We'll be talking about an upcoming performance by Frequency, and my guest today, director Diane Orlovsky. Diane, thanks for joining me here today.
Thanks, Aaron. It's always good to be here.
And Frequency, putting on a performance for anyone who doesn't know. Tell us about what is Frequency?
Frequency is Troy University's vocal jazz ensemble, and I founded this group in 2009. And we recorded a CD in 2011, and now we're branching into a whole new world.
Whole new world. Now, this concert, you talk about the whole new world. They're known for jazz, but you're mixing it up a little bit with this upcoming performance. Tell us about how you're mixing things up.
Well, in my effort to try to help them to kind of free their voice a little bit and feel very comfortable in the vocal jazz idiom, we've been exploring folk-inspired pieces and blues-inspired pieces as well. And so we're going to be doing our traditional vocal jazz ensemble stuff that kind of pushes the envelope of sound of traditional things like Singing in the Rain, and then some things that people have never heard of before, and then some folk and blues-inspired things.
So what made you make the transition from jazz to folk and blues?
Well, I like to teach the audience that that's really where jazz came from. It has its roots in the indigenous folk music of this country and in the folk traditions, in the blues tradition, even in the sacred harp traditions. And it's music that the kids have grown up hearing. So it's sort of like starting from where they are and then working on their performance style and technique, and then showing them how they can then transfer that to vocal jazz.
And so as an added benefit, today we're going to hear one of these new pieces that, or not necessarily new, but new to the Frequency. Now what are we going to hear, and who are we going to hear from?
It's just a tiny little snap of one, just to give the audience a flavor for this particular folk-inspired sound. Jordan Ratliff, Blake Eubanks, and they're accompanied by Daniel Murphy on the guitar.
All right, well, now we're going to get a chance to hear them. So here you are, a little folk-inspired piece from Frequency.
I'm a dead man walking here. That's the least of all my fears. Underneath the water, it's not Alabama clay that gives my trembling hands away. Forgive me, Father. Ain't going back to Barton Hollow. Devil gonna follow me ere I go. Won't do me no good washing in the river. Can't no preacher man save my soul.
Thank you for that performance. Obviously, it sounds like it's going to be an interesting addition to the concert, adding a little folk and blues to this. So if anyone out there is interested in, watching this concert and this performance and seeing some of this new stuff added to the repertoire, when and where can they see it?
It's at the studio downtown across from the Johnson Center for the Arts.
Okay.
It's at 7 o'clock, Tuesday night, the 19th of February. And admission is free.
Admission is free.
That's
so
right.
Another one of those, you can't complain about the ticket price because you don't have to pay anything for it.
And there's literally something for everyone.
And especially now with the folk and blues, and maybe a lot of folks, blues fans out there, folk fans, get a chance to hear something performed by a group that's known for their jazz styling.
That's right.
So, well, thanks for joining me today, and hopefully it'll be a good performance and you'll get lots of folks out there to hear it.
So thanks, Aaron.
Thanks.